So, hello viewers. Today with us we have Lubna. So, Lubna has cracked many company. She will let us know about everything. What is about Lubna? What she did? What she offers? She have everything. So, Lubna, stage is open for you. Please let us know about yourself first.
Hello, Prime Coding viewers. I'm Lubna. I'm from VRSCC College, which is in Andhra Pradesh. So I'm currently in my final year of engineering right now. So I have cracked Amazon SDE intern for 6 months, that is from January to June of 2025. And also I have a full-time offer from Infosys as a specialist programmer.
Wow, wow, Lubna. It's totally fantastic that you have good offer in terms of service base and in terms of product base too. Okay, so starting with your first question, how you got, okay, we'll begin with the Infosys SP first, then we'll move towards your Amazon SDE, okay, intern opportunity. So moving forward with an Infosys SP, when you get to know about the Infosys is hiring and when you totally, like you can tell me the month that you applied and in the month that you gone through the OA and when you got the result, something like that.
I have applied through this in July, I think so. So they have released this posting that they are hiring 2025 graduates for this role. So I have applied there and then I have got a link. So you know how difficult it is to crack that hack with Infi exam. So there would be three questions. Like they would say that one is easy, one is medium, and one is hard, but three will be very difficult. So
Yeah.
one question I have cracked 8 out of 10 test cases, and the other one 9 out of 10 test cases, and third hard one I can't even write code it up. So just partially solving these two questions got me the interview call, and the interview I got the news that I got selected for the interview on August, I think so, August 1st, and my interview got scheduled in October 8th, and it was in-person interview. I have called to the Hyderabad office there, so I have to tell about my interview experience also.
Okay. So we'll come on your interview experience too. But okay, let's talk about the OA. Okay, if you remember, like most of your peers or most of your juniors would be wondering, Lubna, what type of question that you experienced? What were the question that you were only able to solve partial of two of the question, but you were not able to touch the third one? Is it? So can you guide them?
So in Hack with Infi, normally for other product-based companies or service-based companies, they would ask the standard DSA questions like only from those topics and all of that. But in Hack with Infi, it's more of math. Like both the questions that I solved were involved with square root of integers, like taking out primes and something like that. So it was totally math. Like you can't associate with it with any data structure or algorithm. Like it's more like competitive programming
Ah,
kind of questions. But the third questions
yes,
that
yes. Although
I
Infosys.
can't answer is that one is on binary tree, but I can't get any approach for that.
Okay, okay. Which means totally few questions are on data structure, or it may be for your slot, all questions belongs to computative programming. But yeah, CP and data structure, you need to prepare both of your for your
Yeah.
OA. Okay, great. So you got your result that you have interview on this particular day. So how many month were or how many days were there to prepare for your interview?
So luckily I got almost 2 complete months to prepare for interview, like whole August and whole September. So in October
Yeah,
first week I
typically.
got my.
Okay, okay. As we all know, when we fill the form of Infosys after 2 to 3 weeks, they will give you the online assessment link. And
Yeah.
after that, they will declare result in, I guess, 2 to 3 weeks. Then they will tell you when they will be scheduling your interview and stuff. Okay, great. So in this 2 months, okay, because we all know that you cracked Infosys SP. So what and how you prepared, how you take use of these 60 days so that you will be able to crack Infosys SP.
So I have first of all, I went on internet and read all the interview experiences, like previous interview experiences of how they cracked. Like it's so diverse. Like someone got asked entirely about their project. Someone got asked more of computer science subject questions, and someone got asked only DSA. Like I just can't compromise on studying only one particular thing. So I completely prepared what I mentioned in my resume, and also I prepared the like basic computer science questions that are mostly asked in interviews, and also like I have always been doing DSA. I just continued that. I revised everything.
Oh, wow, wow. So totally you revise in 2 months everything, everything. Okay. So there would be some sort of resources that we also spoke about what you are referring at, how you're referring it. You can openly tell to the users, okay, guys, if you have 60 to 30 days in your pocket, blindly you start doing this, give your hours on it so that you will be able to get grip on your Infosys SP interview. Because as you said, it is a diverse thing. They're asking the core subject. They're also asking the programming. You can't expect what type of question you may get in your interview, isn't it?
Yeah. So what I would
Yeah.
suggest is for DSA, completely follow Striver's SDE playlist. Like not only just by hearting the questions, just try to understand like why is he doing that, because he's too good at explaining things. Don't skip the explanation and directly jump into code or something like that. Like entirely listen the approach, because in you can't by heart and like remember so many things. In interview you have to explain and write everything, and then you will get cross questioned on time complexity and space complexity also. Like many of the people just ignore this complexities thing. So that is very important. Like and also for DSA, just follow those playlists. And you can also check out these, what you say, company specific questions, a list that you can get on internet. Like for Amazon, Google, Microsoft, you will get easily, but for Infosys, I don't think you can get that easily. But try to read all interview experiences and list down the questions that they have asked in that interview. Like you write down everything and you prepare, you check them again. And also, like one thing I have to say, many people find it difficult to communicate what they are thinking while solving a DSA problem. For that, you have to give mock interviews. Like you can either sit with a friend who is also preparing for these, or sit with a mentor or something, or you can even try this mock interview things over internet. So they are very literally very important. Or what if you know everything and on that day you can't tell it out? Like you should be able to communicate whatever that is coming onto your mind.
Yes, yes, Lubna. Like as Lubna said about the sheet, like Stryver, who's actually a god, which I believe I also studied from him only. And his sheets I also solved myself. And even you are the big fan of him. It's totally fine. And the main important thing that she said about you need to know how you are speaking, how you are explaining the stuff. Actually, me and Lubna was in the mock interview. Me and I guess Yesh was there. So we took Lubna's interview where I think in some few questions you may end up having syntax issues as well as your core subjects. We come on the interview too because it's in the favor of Lubna. But yeah, in his in her core subject, he was like she was knowing everything. It is not like she was not knowing, but the way she need to communicate, she need to explain, there she was bit of lagging. But yeah, we believe that okay, she is a good communicator, she will be, and she did. Okay, so that is the another part. You can take any mock interviews with your friends who is giving you a genuine opinion, because you told you given mock interview with your friends too, isn't it? Like I think you
No.
said in the interview that sir, I'm
So at that time I was completely at home, so I didn't get chance to speak with any friend. But I just acted like I am my friend, and I just speaking out loudly about whatever I practice. So I didn't do anything silently. I spoke out everything. So that's how I practiced.
Okay. Okay, fantastic, Lubna. So we got about everything. DSA sheet you need to prepare because Infosys SP is just an OG role. They are just providing 9.5. They should provide 15, 16 LPI, the question they are
Yeah.
asking. But great. Okay. So we got to know about your preparation. We got to know about the days, your timeline. After 2 months, in the October first week, you got your interview scheduled. So let us know about your interview experience because it is very special or unique too.
So I went to Hyderabad to attend the interview. So my interview was scheduled 12 to 12:45 p.m. So it was 45 minutes of interview, but my interview got completed in just 40 minutes. So after I got entered, it's not a one-to-one interview. Like me and another guy, for both of us, it combinedly happened. Like the interviewer was asking one question for me to solve. Like while I am writing code, she is discussing with him. While he is writing, she is discussing with me. So I and another guy from my college went to sit in the interview. And then first she took our resume and she asked us to introduce ourselves. So I introduced myself. So she didn't ask much about what I mentioned in my resume. She just asked which tech stack you worked on. So I told Java backend projects. And the other guy who's sitting next to me, he mentioned cloud computing, data science, and all sort of technologies, like everything in his resume. He got literally so many questions on everything. He couldn't answer some of them, and he lost his confidence in the beginning only. So I would suggest don't mention, like literally put everything on your, just keep whatever you are very confident about. So after she saw our resume, she told that she will ask 3 to 4 questions of DSA. You have to write the code and then you have to explain it and explain complexities and dry run it. So we said okay. For me, she asked the sliding window question in which you have to find the longest substring with what you say, like with k
Without
cons
repeating.
yeah, without repeating characters. So I wrote the code first without talking to her. After that, I explained him. For him, she asked insertion deletion in doubly linked list.
Linked
Uh,
list. Okay.
yeah. So he also wrote the code and explained. And after that, she asked me. Sorry, I forgot what I have told.
Yeah, you told about she asked you longest substring without repetition, and for him
Yeah.
doubly linked list question.
After that, she asked me merge sort to write the merge sort algorithm. For him, she asked him to take some array, you sort it, and then you have to search for an element. You have to do all of this efficiently. So she directly
Binary
asked me
search.
merge sort. I wrote it and I gave it to her, and she asked what is the time complexity of this. I said n log n. Like, why is it n log n? She asked. So I have to derive it again. So I did some like I explained why it is like that. I didn't give complete mathematical proof, but I derived from some equation. And for him, when he got asked to sort the array, he used bubble sort. And then to search the element, he used binary search. So she is asking him, is this the efficient way to sort an array? So he said, yeah, you can sort this like also. Like she asked him, isn't there any better way to sort an array? So he couldn't tell that. He was thinking like anything you do, merge sort, bubble sort, what you say, selection sort, everything is same, he's thinking. So that also he did. It was his mistake from his side. And then I was asked a very easy question. She asked me to take a string as input, reverse it, and append to the string. So when you do that, it basically becomes a palindrome. So you have to do this, take this as input and return this. She just gave me that, and I have to try run it also. And for him, she asked longest uh, common subsequence, which is a dynamic programming question. So he wrote the code very fast, but he couldn't explain the dynamic programming logic of that. And yeah, after that, I got asked SQL question, which is what is the difference between delete, truncate, and drop commands. And for him, she asked what is indexing in DPMS. Like uh, he told just the definition of it. So I explained it, and also I wrote the syntax of all of those commands. And yeah, she asked us to just leave. It all completed within 40 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay. That guy who did the sorting in bubble sort using bubble sort, I think if he heard about the question that she asked to you, which is implement merge sort, then also he will get an idea to what he need to apply. After listening it, still he using bubble sort. Okay, so you should be aware if this is happening. You should be thinking, you should be active that, okay, what can I use? And it should be very optimal too. Everything is not the same case as Lubna told. Okay, so
Yeah,
Lubna
so
also
after
spoke about
coming
you need to know.
So after coming out of
Yeah,
interview,
yeah.
I have asked him, why did you use bubble sort? You should have used in this no. Then he said, merge sort, it's very lengthy. Bubble sort is just 4 lines of code. I want to complete it quickly. That's why I use it bubble sort. So you shouldn't do that mistake. You can take
Oh,
your time.
yeah. Yeah, that's not. And okay, so she spoke also about you need to know how you can derive the time complexity because most of the people, what they do, they memorize it. Okay, because this, like, let's say they are watching some tutorial, their creator said, okay, this is the time complexity. They also memorize that this is the time complexity. They directly vomit in their interview. And if the interviewer asks, okay, can you derive it? People gone faint there. They're not able to speak well, not able to say the answer. But in your case, you did. Okay, it is a very good experience about Infosys SP. And you forget to add one thing that when you sit in the interview, you got five pages where you need to write the code.
Yeah.
That 5 pages
Yeah, we
and pen, I
have
guess they given you. Yeah, yeah,
we have to write everything down. So in other product based companies, you have to write it in doc. You have to write, just write up the code. You have to speak up the approach and write the code. But in Infosys case, it's different. You have to write on paper. They'll check it there.
okay, okay. So there are chances for any syntax errors.
Yeah, I would assume that people will is very comfortable in one language and they wouldn't make syntax errors. I think so. Like if you are not
Okay,
confident
yeah,
with your programming language, then I don't know. So
yeah,
I got
but it due
asked,
to
what do you
sometimes,
use?
yeah,
I got asked, which
yeah,
programming
yeah,
language are you comfortable in? I said Java. So it's okay if you use Python, C++, Java, anything.
yeah, yeah. So yes, you should also know, like in due to some nervousness issue also, people do create some syntax problem and these types of silly mistakes there will be happening in the nervous issue. But okay, this is all about her Infosys SP interview where the in the cabin there were two people and which is totally don't you get disturbed when she was talking to him and you are trying to find out a better approach to write a code? Don't you feel any disturbance?
No, in my case, no, she was very cool. Like my interviewer is very friendly. Like in the end, she was after interview got completed, she said, "I don't know why people get so scared of an interview. Like even if you don't crack this, you can get multiple opportunities after this. Like it's not the end of the world. You should just try to tell what you know."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. So after this very good experience of SP interview, when you got your interview results?
After 14 days, I got interview results
Okay.
on
After 14 days.
October.
And when was your interview?
October 8th.
Okay, so on October 8th, you appeared for interview, and after 14 days, like let's say the last week of October, you end up having your offer letter in your hand, isn't it? So, wow. So,
I
congratulations
didn't
first for
have
your
my
SP.
I
Yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have my offer letter yet, so they contacted our college TPO cell that she got selected. So they communicated with me. So I'll get my offer letter in this 2025.
Okay, okay, fantastic. But I guess most of the fresher, Lubna, might be thinking that are you from 24 batch or 25 batch? Please clear them out.
25 batch. I still didn't complete my college. I'm in my fourth year.
Yeah, that's the point. Because most of the people might be thinking, okay, she is from 24 and she's doing this much. No, she is in her 25 batch. And every time, Lubna, I got the questions in my mock interviews too, sir, I'm not able to manage my time. As this in this particular time, we need to appear for cements exams. We need to prepare our final year project, our reports, our practicals. We need to go in college. So how you are managing it?
So I advise you that what I did in my case is in the first and second year of college, really focus on your academics and have a good CGPA. So that even if you experiment in your third year or in your fourth year, it wouldn't affect much. You would be still in that like whatever you want. Like in my case, I have a CGPA of 9.4 now. Like I used to have a CGPA of 9.7 till my second year. And in third year, I started appearing for internship interviews and preparation and all of that. I couldn't focus on this. So it fell to 9.4 right now. So even though I am in the safe space only, like I am still in the safe zone. Like try to have a good
Yeah,
CGPA in the early years. Like even though you didn't had you are maintaining it on an average level, like I think it's sufficient. It's enough to just study 2 days before exam. Like I think it would be enough. You can study two
yeah,
days
yeah.
before exam and
But
still you can get good grades.
yeah, Lubna, I totally agree. But I guess some of the people do take time to study and to recognize the stuff. But yeah, 3 to 4 days is totally enough. If you sit before exam 4 days, still you have good amount of time to study. Okay. So yeah, you should not say about you're not able to manage the time. This is a soft skills that every engineer should have. How to manage the time efficiently. That Lubna did. Okay, Lubna. So we got about Infosys SP role, everything, your background, how you cracked it, whatever you referred, everything. Now let's speak about your Amazon SDE internship because you are from tier 3 college, first of all. Then in your college, Amazon doesn't visit. And they also like we get to know about many things that they straight away reject the applications of tier 3 if they have tier 1 opportunities or tier 1 college student applicants, isn't it? So how you end up having an OA link of Amazon, first of all?
So Amazon, they have released this opening of SD intern January to June. So this is for everyone. So they posted this. I found this on Arsh Goel WhatsApp channel. So he have a WhatsApp channel. He would keep posting whatever new opportunities coming. I found that there. I uploaded my resume. So by the time I made sure that my resume is ATS friendly, it has all the keywords and it's like it's better. Should I have to tell how your resume should be?
Yeah, yeah, you can. You can totally guide your students up. Yeah, open to
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So men have good projects, like at least mention 2 to 3 projects, like give a detailed description in the star format, like its situation, task, action, and result. So in that format, use good keywords search for them. Like you would see different FANG company resume templates, like pick up one and just craft your resume according to that. Uh, Mention your education, your projects, and if you are very good at, very confident in certifications, mention them, and your achievements, skills, and all of that. So I prepared my resume like that. So when I submitted there, I got shortlisted. And after I got shortlisted, I got this OA, online assessment one, which is full of
When you got?
MCQs. Okay, I applied
Okay,
in
so but okay, sorry.
September first week. I applied in September first week.
Okay, so in the September.
Immediately, immediately after 2 to 3 days, I got the online assessment link. So it was completely MCQ online assessment, and you have different sections like operating systems, Linux commands, and computer networks, data structures, pseudocodes, and also there are some other sections. You have total of 8 sections. In each section, you will have 5 questions. It's MCQ based, so I cleared that. And after online assessment one, I got again response that I have cleared it. And for the second round, I have two coding questions. Both are on arrays and just linear search, and yeah, both are variations of linear search only. Like even if you have a decent experience in lead code, you can easily do them. Like both were on arrays only, and two questions and lot of behavioral questions. Like you were cross questioned on everything. Like they asked like, in this situation what would you do, like if something like this happens, what you are morely likely to do, and all of that. So as you guys know, Amazon is very much obsessed with their leadership principles. So all you have to answer all those behavioral questions. You should align your answers with leadership principles. So first, go and study those leadership principles, understand them, and try to align your answers with them. So I think you will get 70 to 80 behavioral questions and just two coding questions. So I answered all of them also. And after 10 days, after online assessment 10 days, I got that I got selected for interview, and my interview was scheduled on October 9th. So the next day after, I gave my Infosys interview.
Wow, wow, totally, totally good, Lubna. So we'll discuss about your interview experience also. But as you spoke about, you used to edit your resume before applying, isn't it?
Yeah.
To so that your ATS machine should pass your resume. So first of all, you have not applied using referral. You directly applied on the career portal, isn't it?
I tried
Okay,
for
okay.
I'll suggest you that you should definitely try for a resume, because sorry, referral, because your chances of getting selected would be very high. In case if you didn't get, just apply. Like if you are good at with your skills, if your resume is good, then you will definitely get selected.
Yeah. Like I personally recommend take 2 days at least to find a good possible way to find a good referral if you are able to. After that, after 2 days, after 48 hours, directly straight away go to the career and apply it, because you should not miss this opportunity, isn't it? So now you when you are creating it, now most of the people say, Aditya, my resume, if my resume have 90 plus ATS score, then only my resume will pass the ATS system. Do you feel like after manipulating or make changes in your resume before applying, have you checked your ATS score
Yes,
any time?
I have checked my score. It's
How much it is?
78. 78.
Yeah, see. So yeah, 78, still with the 78, she was able to pass the ATS system. So what I believe personally, Lubna, correct me if I'm wrong, you need to put everything you know genuinely. Okay, due to
Yes.
or for the ATS, you are putting up the technologies so that your ATS would be increased. No, you should put everything that you should know if someone asked you questions on that, isn't it? So yes, don't focus more on ATS. Try to create a resume better. Use that word like in your project section. You can use some specific ATS friendly words. Okay, but for ATS, you are rebuilding your resume throughout that you don't know you are putting it into. you will straight away booking your ticket get for rejection. Isn't it, Lubna?
So my
Okay, okay.
that same resume that scored 78% got shortlisted for Amazon and as well as Google. I gave my Google interviews and still I didn't get results. Like I just had
Wow.
my last interview on 19th November. I still didn't get results. I was waiting for results.
Wow. You got shortlisted for Google too. So see, like I think you have applied on career or recruiter have called you on the LinkedIn.
No, how like my LinkedIn profile is not that much awesome so that recruiter will call me. I have applied through career portal. Again, I have tried so much for referral for Google and again I didn't get. Again, I applied directly.
Okay, okay. So now let's speak about your SD internship. Okay, because now the Google come into the picture, which totally till now I'm telling you live, I was also not aware of. Okay, so fantastic, Lubna. So let's speak about like you got every day, everything you did 2 way rounds. You are open to it. Then you got your interview, which you appeared on 9th of October. So in that interview, what was the question they asked?
So, first only, like everywhere I have researched, they told it's completely going to be two DSA questions, 1 hour. You are not going to get even 1 minute extra for that. So, 1 hour, two coding questions, to, medium to hard level. This is what I know. And so straight away after the interview got started, he didn't even the interviewer didn't even ask my introduction. He directly displayed the question. So that question is very much similar to rotten oranges question. Like you would have know if you have done graphs DSA questions. It's one of the famous question. It, they didn't give it directly as rotten oranges. In rotten oranges, you have 0, 1, 2 type of elements. Like 2 is rotten, 1 is fresh, and 0 is empty cell. In my question, I have corona patient, normal patient, and a empty room. So they transformed that question like this. And they have asked what is the minimum time to affect everyone in the room. So first, he asked the code as the least importance. First, you have to tell your approach, and he should get satisfied with that. I told my approach, and then he cross questioned me. What if like this? What if like that? I answered them also, and then he asked what are the corner cases of this question. So I never thought of this. Even in Striver's video, he didn't talk about edge cases. So I started
Corner.
thinking, and I got some of the edge cases. I like after thinking, I discovered 4 edge cases in this question. So I told three of them I told before, and while coding, it suddenly struck me, and one I told during coding. And we should only write the method, like what are you taking as input and what are you returning. You don't need to write all the input taking and all of that. So I coded it up,
Okay.
and after that I discussed time and space complexities, and after that he gave me one input and asked me to dry run your my code on that input. I have done that also. Yeah. So that was the
Okay.
first question. You have to manage time. Like you have 60 minutes. You have to try that. You will give 30 minutes to this question and 30 minutes to next question. In my case, I took a lot of time for the first question, and the second question was sliding window question. Like you have different types of elements in an array. You have to find the longest array with two different types of elements, just two different types of elements. So I have done this using sliding window approach and hash map. Um, so I didn't get time to code it. I just explained my approach and did a dry run, and I got follow-up question also, like what if you have to find the longest sub array with k different types of elements. So I told for that also, and so yeah, I didn't code it, and the 1 hour was completed, and he left.
Okay, okay. And when you, after this extensive interview, he was not at all introducing himself or talking to you. Just he asked you the question. So when you get into the meeting, the screen was already shared.
After I get into the meeting, I said hello. He said hello, and he said we don't have much time left. We will directly start the interview because a minute counts. Like if we waste time in self-introducing and all, and then how can I solve?
Yeah, yeah. So probably 15 minutes will be gone and you are not able to solve the second problem that they asked you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. So straight away, hi, hello, he's casted his screen and show you the problem which is written on the doc, isn't it?
yeah.
So you coded on the compiler or on the doc itself?
Yeah, this thing I have to mention. No coding editor or anything. You won't get autocorrect or auto completion things that you get in VS Code, or you won't even get colors for different keywords also. Like it's completely like writing on Notepad. So that would be very different. While you are like sometimes try to practice on a Google Doc, because in big product based companies and Amazon and Google, I get to write code on Google Docs where you have to create your own function and you have to write your own code. You won't have indentation also. Like you should only go to the next line, like correct that indentation and all of that. So that wouldn't be really
Hmm.
attractive, but they would only see how you're approaching the question and all of that.
Which is totally good. Like we also took the interview on the Google Sheet and three of the thing. Okay, because we get to know about everything what is currently happening in the companies. But yeah, totally. Like writing on the Google Sheet will help you out because people do get an idea because of the indentation. Oh, my indentation is going here and there, so they have a pretty good idea. Okay, my for loop, I need to put a, closing loop here, closing out something. But when you don't have an indentation support, then definitely you will not able to find some silly mistakes which may be there in your codes. So you need to be very active when you are writing your codes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So after your full SDE internship, when you got your result that you got shortlisted, congratulations, Lubna, your second offer.
Yeah. So, what were you asking?
When you got the result of this SD intern Amazon, like after
Okay,
appearing on ninth
when
of
you got
October, when you got the
result.
result of congratulations.
On the same day, I got on October 22nd for Infosys. On the same day, I got Amazon also. Yeah. So Amazon, everything
So
happened virtually. So Infosys was related to my college TPO. Like
on site.
even though it's off campus, they are informing everything to my college.
Okay, okay, I got it, I got it. So in one day you got so much happy, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
two of the offers straight away in your. Okay, it was totally like most of the your junior may wonder about the same day that may get in his career or her career in the future, and we also give them a best wishes too. But yeah, so you have your Amazon and your SP role in hand, which is good quality offers, I would believe. So you are on the seventh cloud, I believe. Okay, now I know, I believe in my coding programs. I am able to write my coding. I have my concept clear. Okay, now the viewers don't get demotivated. Okay, she worked hard. She worked like practiced DSA for a year, 2 year. Then only she was able to solve any question at a point. It is not like a day happened and magic would be there and she was able to write everything straight away. No, because she only
Actually,
told in the third year itself.
I
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
share
Lubna,
this
yeah.
also. After I got selected for this Amazon, Google, and Infosys, I am talking about only my success. In third year, I got failed in Goldman Sachs campus hiring program. Like it's a internship for the third year students. In that, I went till interview, and in interview, I couldn't solve a easy linked list problem at that time. Like 1 year back, it was in 2023. So at that time I couldn't solve. So that was my motivation. Like that's always driving me that one day I should also know everything. I should also actively tell everything and succeed in interviews. And along with Goldman Sachs, I also got Like I gave Swiggy interview recently in July. In that also, after second round, I got failed in that also. I got a rejection mail for that also. Yeah, like this, and also for few small companies and startups, I found on LinkedIn. I even my resume got shortlist. My resume got rejected in the initial phase only. The same resume that got
Yeah.
shortlisted
So
for Amazon and Google, it get rejected for very small companies.
yeah, because they have some specific demand, but these big tech
Yeah.
doesn't bother about your tech stack, whatever you have in your resume. They just need a candidate who spent his time or her time in the college properly, learned something, know about something. Yeah. So yes, viewers, it is not like a day miracle that is happening with her. Okay, it's a day and night hard work, getting rejections, then keep on practicing. Because I believe when I was with her in the session, she told, "Sir, I don't know about anything. I'm totally nervous, but I need to ace this interview. Please check me thoroughly. Ask me the good questions." I remember this thing, and I believe you did it. Okay. Anything else that you want to add in Amazon
Yeah,
or anything?
so that's it. In big product-based companies, like you have this advantage that you can only study DSA and crack it. Like if you are very good at DSA, if you are thorough with DSA, you can definitely crack it. But you have to get there, you should have your resume you should have your resume perfect.
Well prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So now in the interview, meanwhile, in the interview, you said you also got shortlisted for Google, which is most of the people dreams company, and might
Yeah.
be. I am hoping that you may end up getting the offer letter too because your interviews are being done. Google is a classy company which asks CP problems, core DSA problems, and multiple algo has been used in a single problem that I heard personally. So, what is your take on your interviews? How many interview that you went through in Google, and how was your experience?
So again, in that Arsh Goel channel only, I saw this Google Winter Internship for 2025 graduates. So I went to their career portal and I applied there. So after the day I gave my Amazon interview on October 9th, on that midnight, I got a mail from Google recruiter saying that, yeah, you got shortlisted for Google interview. Be ready. I have to speak with you on a telephonic call. So I said on the next day, October 10th, I sat for a 15-minute telephonic round with the recruiter. So she wished, so she normally wished me, and also she was going through my resume. She was asking, what are your projects? Like she's having resume in front of her in her laptop, and she's also talking to me on phone. So I explained my projects, and also she want to check my competitive coding profile. I only mentioned my lead code link in my resume. She
Yeah, I remember.
opened that lead code link, and she saw how many problems I solved, how consistent I am, how many easy level, medium level, hard level she's saying. And on till on that day, my I solved 430 problems. She said, yeah, you have solved good number of problems, but most of your problems on a medium level, like more than 250 on medium level, 100 was on easy level, and hard level were very small, like 40 or 45. Try to increase the number of questions you do now in hard level, because you might get hard level questions. So she suggested me that, and she also asked, she want to verify my background. She asked, which college are you from, what is your CGPA, and all of that. Yeah, that's it. For after 15 minutes, she went and she told that for some clarity, how the process is going to be from now. All of the students that got shortlisted, there were, I think, all over India, there were 100 students. We were invited over a Google Meet, where some senior engineer from Google will address us how to prepare for interviews, and how we should perform at the interviews. So I attended that. And after that, 10 days from there, my first technical round was scheduled. It was entirely DSA based. I got asked two questions. One was on recursion and other was on dynamic programming. So I solved the first question, but I was not that much confident on first question. And for the second question, didn't get even time. I got only 7 minutes or 8 minutes. He told, fastly tell the approach of it. I really didn't speak any meaning, like I didn't make any sense also. Just I did, okay, I can say I only did one question. For Google, it is like not a elimination process. Like it's not like you cleared the first round and then you move to second round. In Google, you will give a series of multiple rounds, and all over them you will have what you say hiring committee. They would get reviews from every interviewer and they will give a collective feedback. So that was a plus for me. In the second round, I did really well. I got asked the graph question and 4 to 5 follow up questions on that. I answered all of them. He was very happy with my performance. So, second round, after first round, I again got 15 days gap for second round. I prepared and I gave second round also. And after second round, after 5 days, I got call from recruiter saying you got a mixed review. In first interview, you got average response. He is not that happy. Second interview, you got very positive response. So now hiring committee can't decide whether to hire you or not. So to break this tie, we want to conduct an additional round. So I had another additional. Actually, as per rule, it's 2 rounds only. I had the additional round. I again got 10 days time for additional round. I prepared and I attended the additional round and it went really well. Like it's the best interview of my life.
Okay, so result
Yeah,
is in pending stage, I guess.
result is in
And it's
pending.
for full time or a winter internship?
Winter internship. January to June for 6 months.
Okay, okay, then it is totally fine. So you're on the last phase and you told your interview is very good. So okay, viewer, wish her a luck so that she will be end up having a Google opportunity too. Now, okay, so we got about three of the company feedbacks. It is totally fantastic that your work has been came out. Okay, and the thing that I want to ask, you mentioned they ask you about the recursion DP program in the first, the second, and third round, but you have not mentioned what type of questions were there. It is like, is there any constraint that you are open to say? You can say, otherwise, not a problem.
So I can't say what questions were exactly got asked. They said that you
Okay,
shouldn't post this
okay.
anywhere or internet or you should say to anyone.
Okay. Okay. So we can totally expect. So we can talk an overview that you followed Striver sheets and multiple sites too, like a lead code and stuff. So you can give a pretty good idea about it. Okay. So if you are doing this shit, you are good to go. You will solve it. As you said, you followed the Striver SDE sheet. I believe that would be enough.
That would be enough if you are really good with it and you are not just copying and pasting solutions. Instead, you are writing code. You are taking a lot of time for a question and solving it. Like, don't think that I should complete this in half an hour. Like, don't keep any constraints while practicing. While giving mock interviews, then keep constraints, but while practicing, do it heartfully. Like you should be 100% satisfied with what you have did. Like you should be like, yeah, I completely understood it and you should get that feeling.
Okay, which is totally good. You forget about the Google, but yes, Google thing I will update in the description. If your wishes hits her very good, then definitely she will be end up having the Google opportunity. So yes, I will be updating in the description when I will get update from Lubna, and finger crossed, Lubna, all the very best. Thanks for joining, and thanks for letting people know your secrets, which people don't easily disclose. Like it is your secret masalas, how you prepared, like only 60 days. I believe Swiggy, after Swiggy interview, you might be get so uh, hit hard. That's why you studied a lot, preparing a lot, giving 2x, so that next opportunity that will gonna come up to you, you will gonna crack it. Is it? And that is the fruit that you are getting it, that you continuously work for 60 days, and now you see your better version of yourself. Okay, it is totally good. So thanks viewer for watching us, and do like this if you love this 1 hour of podcast. And if you want to connect, the link is in description. Do connect with Lubna. See you.